Yes, oh yes, baby, you know what time it is. From the Rocky Mountains of Utah down to the panhandle of Florida, this is 100 Proof Football, coming at you with one of our favorite, all-time favorite subjects, college football, man. It is the football, the pigskin, the pageantry that binds us and brings us together, man. How you feeling? My name is Paul Kleckler, joined as always by my co-host, Adam Pope. Talk to me, Adam Pope.
Man, it is so close to football season.
Ooh, could taste
I
it.
can feel it. Oh, yeah.
Is that what I'm tasting? Or is it the whistle pig? I can't quite tell, sir.
It might be a little bit of both. Why can it not be both?
It's America. You can have it all after all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We're not a third world country.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, one of our favorite episodes. I've been looking so forward to this. You know, we're usually a NFL betting, even fantasy show, but college football is what we are, fans at heart. It's what brought us to the game. And man, can't wait to look forward to it. And quick note, before we dive into it, chat, what's up? I see you, Jay Mills. I see you, Joe Bones. Shout out to the chat. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? So glad to have y'all as well. Quick note, bruh. Last week when we were off was also the last week with no football, man, because tomorrow night is the Hall of Fame game. Yes,
now,
sir.
I know it's football.
Now, that'll be some prime football. You might have Deshaun Watson come on and hand it off one time and walk off the field. You know what I mean? But, hey, they're kicking it off. They teeing it up, and that's all I'm worried about.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if I saw Watson or Aaron Rodgers take a snap.
They already said Watson isn't playing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I'll be able to put the TV on, and there will be football to be watched, sir. So some of you Dynasty League guys that are drafting rookies, things like that, might get a little bit of a taste, might have something to look into tomorrow night. What I'm talking about, Jay Mills, he's feeling my pump, man. He's keeping the chat hype for football, baby.
He's already said Alabama's probably the first team to try to get the playoffs.
Oh, in the playoffs?
Playoffs? In the playoffs.
The hashtag playoffs. The fans won't know what to do if they miss the playoffs 2 years in a row. So go ahead and start praying for them playoffs, baby.
I'm already praying.
What's that shirt you got on there? Do I see something?
Roll Tide, baby.
Oh, you're not coming to this unbiased at all, are you, sir?
No.
I tried to wear as many colors as I could to look neutral. No garnet and gold on, just trying to look neutral, man. I'm here to party, baby. Jay Mills, hey, he's hyping up my shirt, still wearing the floral. You know it, man. Keeping it loud and proud. What you drinking on tonight, sir? This is 100 proof football after all.
Well, I think we had a personal chat between me and you, and we are going to challenge the people that are watching now. We got 2 thumbs up. Didn't we say if we got over 10 thumbs up, in the first 20 minutes, we would spin the drink wheel?
This is how new to YouTube we are, you guys. They're called likes, Adam.
Like, thumbs up.
Jay Mills gave me a thumb up in the chat. I'm looking for the other one. I'm like, oh, he's talking about likes. Definitely hit the like button, man. Smash the like. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe, hit the bell so you're always notified when we go live. But yes.
Oh, we got 4.
Oh, we got 4 already. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. Man, shout out to you guys, definitely. I'm drinking the Whistle Pig tonight. And the Pit Viper Edition, baby. Pit Viper Edition. Almost gone, though. We're hanging in there the last little bit. But I've been broke this open for the beginning of the new season. And, oh, what's going on, buddy? We got a special guest for a moment. What's going on, dude? Somebody let him out the cage. What you drinking on, brother?
What I'm drinking on? I'll do, I just poured it in my beer mug, Modelo Oro.
Oh.
It's a light beer. It's refreshing. It's still summertime. In Tallahassee, it's still cooking. It's over 100 degrees. Humidity's like 110.
Hate it for you.
My ass off. And if we have to take a shot, I got the Costco tequila.
Well, since you said it, not me. Why don't we start this off with a little shot, man? Come on.
Shit.
Yeah. Why not? It's college football. It's our only college football episode we do all year long. So
I figured we'd take shots, but I was hoping people would thumbs up us. We got up to 6 thumbs up.
Well, likes, once again. Get with the lingo. We got 6 likes. But how about we do a Utah shot, man? One of those measured half-ass shots they give you in Utah. How about that?
Okay.
All
I don't
right.
know if this is a Utah or Colorado shot.
That's a whole different thing, dude. That's a shotgun. Yeah.
All right. There you go.
All right. Cheers, baby. Let's go.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, we already got people repping their team. Joe Bones is saying, go Dogs 15-0.
Go ahead and spin that wheel, boys.
Yeah. Very, very, very feasible with that schedule.
It's happened already, sir. Not to cut you off. It's happened already. You know who you can count on. You already knew who it was, too.
Yeah.
King Ding-a-ling himself.
He just wanted to do that. He's like, I'll wait until they take a shot, and then right after.
Oh, man. It is time. But, I mean, how else would you want to start the only college football episode of the year? How else would you want to start it? But with a spin of the drink wheel by King Ding-a-ling himself, the all-time highest donor. It's got to be $1 and one time by now. But that's all right, man, because we love having Jay Mills, Joe Bones, and everybody else in the chat, man. So good to see all of y'all. While I pull up the drink wheel. Man, that was dirty, though. He did us dirty. He watched us take a shot and then spun the wheel, right?
And he probably has 4 or 5 different accounts. He's all going to thumbs up right after this. I mean, come on. I'm on to you.
He's over there creating. He's not chatting because he's creating accounts right now.
Yeah.
All right, here goes the drink wheel, baby. We spinning it to start the show. Let's go. I do like that because I will say we have started every show this season with a drink wheel within like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason. Or Jay Mills.
Jay Mills. And unlike a typical Jay Mills form, it's just a gulp. We can handle that, right?
Yeah, I could do a gulp.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, big gulp, son. All right.
Mm-hmm. Got that out the way, but I think Jay Mills just likes seeing his name at the bottom of the screen. You know, we've got to be the best looking people that's ever called him King Ding-a-ling.
I think he wants that eggplant just...
That's mainly why he tunes in once a week. All right. Well, we're about to get into our college football predictions, calling it and letting you know what's going to happen because, man, it's wide open this year. It is wide open this year. I could. Me making my playoff predictions, it took me days and lots of analysis. I'm not no cap, as the kids would say. No bullshit. I had to spend a lot of time on it. But one more reminder before we do get into that. Y'all, it is the first annual 100 Proof Football Fantasy League. That's right. It's happening this year. Find us on Twitter. The draft begins August 23rd. Live on this show, we will have a live draft with all the participants. It is free to enter, y'all. These are your roster components: quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, a flex, super flex, and there's 4 bench spots. Half point PPR. There's no trades allowed. Y'all can't collude because y'all gonna need some. I know how y'all think. It's gonna be hard to beat these 2 guys right here. No colluding, but it's totally free to enter. If you win, it's $250 cash prize for first place. Can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah, but it's not Twitter, it's X. Get with the lingo.
Oh, excuse me. Well, hey, if you notice, the graphics department is on point now. We got the X logo down in the bottom right corner now.
For real?
Graphics department's on point now. Yeah. But follow at 100 Proof FB on X and comment hashtag 100 Proof Fantasy at the post pinned at the top of the page, and you will be entered to join the league and have a spot in the league. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait. The first time we're doing this, and just to let y'all know so you're not too butthurt when you don't win, the $250 is going to get rolled over in the next year, and it'll be $500 cash prize when y'all inevitably lose to one, if not both, of your co-hosts.
Yeah, I think Jay Mills probably needs to get into this and get some of his money back. But he'll probably spend $250 on just having us drink the whole episode.
That's what he keeps saying. That's what he keeps saying. He hangs out with us, he drinks with us, and by the end of the stream, he usually makes us spin it one more time just so he can donate and get his money back. He feels pretty confident about that. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Jay Mills, Joe Bones. Joe Bones says, "What's Twitter?" I like that. Hey, we're calling it Twitter, and we're getting thumbs ups apparently over here. So, a couple of old guys trying to be hip with the new technology, baby. Donut Shalasky back in the chat, man. Said he can't hang tonight and just show some love. Roll Tide. Also, he plans on winning that league too, baby. All right. Much love, Donut Shalasky. All right, we'll see. Catch the replay and find out what you really need to know. Because
I'm glad you're optimistic.
Yeah, he's optimistic about that league. He's also optimistic about the Tide, apparently. Yeah.
Must be a Bears fan.
All right. Well, cheers to you. One more cheers to you before we get into our 2023 college football predictions. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
We're going to start out with a league that is growing. Colorado is back, baby. Oh. Central Florida, watch out. This league is about to just take over. Talk about media deals. Man, watch out. Going to, what we're talking about, the Big 12. Of course, none of these teams are in this league this year. It's still and so is Texas and Oklahoma. Man, how this league will look a lot different next year. So, before I'm going to put you on Adam Cameron, you're going to make your predictions for the Big 12 championship game in 2023. And I'll put the graphic on the screen right now. And you have, shocker.
What, my Kansas State?
You got K-State and Texas, baby.
Yeah, I don't think it's a shocker. Why is that a shocker?
Well, I was saying Texas shocker a little bit and I'll elaborate on why I said that a little bit. But go ahead, take the floor. Tell everybody why you think it's going to be K-State and Texas.
Well, Texas, and I almost went away from Texas because I try not to buy too much hype. And Texas, definitely, I think there's about 3 or 4 teams that have so much hype this year. USC, Texas, and FSU. Among a few other schools, but I think those are the hype trains going into this season. Even Michigan. But with Texas, I mean, as long as Ewers stays on his feet, you got Worthy, a receiver that can be dynamite. They got 2 receivers that can probably be in the NFL next year. And if Ewers a top 5 or 5-star recruit, and he showed some of that against Alabama. Yeah, as long as they can a little bit on their defensive side, they got to tighten that shit up real quick if they're going to go further. But Kansas State, dude, I mean, people are sleeping on them.
They are. Fair enough.
Kansas State, it's a Will Howard kind of show. They got the defense. It's almost like a whole damn team. I love Kansas State. Like offense, defense, they're not going to blow everybody away, but they'll put enough people in the NFL, and it's a solid outfit, offense and defense. But I mean, yeah, they lost Deuce Vaughn last year, but they get Giddens back, and they got your boy, Treshaun Ward from FSU?
Treshaun Ward, yes, sir.
So they got a kind of a ground and pound kind of running back in between the tackles, over 200 pounds, and Ward can stretch that field. You know it. You saw it against Oklahoma last year in the playoffs, or in the, whatever you call it, bowl game. So, I mean, I love Kansas State. It hurt me not to pick Kansas State.
Wow. I mean, I don't hate the pick at all, sir. Not at all. And I do. I mean, look, K-State, let's not forget, defending Big 12 champions, sir.
Yeah.
Not TCU, who went to the national championship game.
And Alabama beat their ass. I just got to say it.
Beat whose ass?
Kansas State's ass.
Was that the bowl game?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't pay attention to y'all. It wasn't playoffs, you know. I don't know what Alabama. Y'all still playing games? I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, it was after New Year's after you played.
Fair enough. Look, that was the shocker thing I said. The quote was because I knew there would be some Alabama bias in there because of how that game went last year and how y'all would have lost and maybe got your ass kicked had Ewers played the whole game. I mean, it was
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, they were dominating and still almost won with him on one foot. So I knew that would be a little bit lingering in your mind, and they played their ass off. They played way above their pay grade that game.
Yep.
So hats off to them. My problem with them, and I will get into the Big 12 picks right now, which aren't entirely different, but I have Oklahoma. I have a Red River rivalry rematch. How's that for alliteration? In the Big 12 championship. Because, yes, I do like Ewers. I do like what I've seen from Ewers. My problem with Ewers was when he came back, they still lost some games that I felt like they shouldn't have. He did not look like that quarterback against Alabama and some of their other losses in the season that I expected him to look. He didn't look as good as I expected. Now, maybe lingering effects. I don't know. We'll see. One thing about Texas and their losses, all one score. Every loss they had last year, one score. This is, I can say right now, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the front runners I have to make the college football playoffs. I'm not going to reveal whether I have them in yet or not, especially when you look at their schedule, It's going to be hard. It's very hard for me to keep them out if I did. If I didn't, then you understand why I didn't. Because Texas had the talent. I like Sarkisian. I think, will take a step forward on both sides of the ball. If he goes down this year, Arch Manning, ready to go. Oklahoma, their biggest problem last year, they had a losing record. When's the last time they did that? Their biggest problem last year was defense. Who's their head coach? Brent Venables, right? I totally expect him to get the defense turned around. I don't think that you can get used to Oklahoma letting that many points get put up on them all the time. Taking a step forward, I still think that Texas is the belle of the ball in the Big 12. I think they're head and shoulders above. There's Texas and everybody else is what I'm trying to say. And I think you would probably agree to that. Maybe not. Maybe you think K-State's closer. I do like Treshaun Ward. That's my guy. Former walk-on at Florida State. When we weren't having winning seasons, was our bell cow running back, and then was unseated last year and never looked back. So I love the guy. Great, hard runner. And as long as he doesn't fumble the ball, he'll get you 90 to 120 yards a game if you feed the beast. But, yeah, I also have Texas in the Big 12 championship game, but we disagree on who their opponent is.
Yeah.
Where am I wrong? Do you like what I'm saying? You know,
I do like what you're saying. And you mentioned Texas coming off those one-score kind of games. Oklahoma last year was, I think, 0-5 in one-score games.
Great stat.
So
I'll drink to your stat. Cheers to you, sir.
Okay.
Great stat.
Well, I might have made it up. I don't know. But I believe that's the case. But are we foolish not to throw TCU in this mix? I mean, they were a playoff team last year. First year
Playoffs?
coach. I mean, TCU has some talent there. They got something going.
They got
Texas
something.
Tech.
Look, here's my thing about TCU. Lightning in a bottle. That's what I think that was last year. And they still lost to damn K-State. Michigan beat themselves in that playoff game. What was it, 4 turnovers?
I think
And it
TCU
still almost came back and won.
15, top 20 team. Easy.
Well, that's far from the playoffs to me.
I don't think it's that far. That's just 1 or 2 games.
It could, well, fair enough. But that's how this college football stuff is decided. I mean, as an Alabama fan, you know, most Alabama fans thought they should have been in the playoffs last year. So, but when losing the offensive coordinator and losing the pieces they lost, I think it's just a bridge too far to have them back, especially winning the conference. They can make a run. A lot of things can happen. They could be in the conference championship game. But Texas, they got Arch Manning now in the wings if something goes down with Ewers. So, little different. I think they're a little more secure.
Yeah. I think he needs a season. I think Ewers is the guy to guide him. If he goes down, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team if he goes down early.
Okay. All right. Jay Mills in the chat saying he's got deja vu. Sound like the same argument made years ago about Texas winning had Colt McCoy not got injured. We'll never know. What Kanye say? We'll never know. That's it. Justin B, what's going on in the chat? Shout out. Working and can't hear anything, but love you guys. He just likes to look at our faces. I get that. We need folks to just look at us sometimes. I do that sometimes. That's why I have like mirrors in every room. I just want to like look sometimes at myself. I'm gonna try doing Justin B style next time though. I'm just gonna walk by the mirror and just lip sync talk to myself and see what Justin B's looking at, man. Just
I'm
not say anything.
Flight to Justin B or your rooms.
So, without further ado, this is your Big 12 champion, sir. Tell me who it is.
Texas.
Texas.
It's got to be Texas.
Gotta be Texas. Seems like a
Gotta
no-brainer,
be
right?
Texas. It seems like a no-brainer. I'm not trying to overthink this too much. It's Texas. You're mute.
Not to be too boring, but this is the first time we agree on the show, sir. I also have Texas winning the Big 12. I told you they are at worst, fringe playoff team for me. If you look at the schedule, I can't find but maybe 1 loss on it. Maybe 2, because that's how the Big 12 is historically, right?
I can see plenty of losses.
I can't.
If the dice roll's fine, I mean, maybe 1 loss, but I can see 2 or 3 losses if they're not the Texas we're making them out to be right now. Easy 2 or 3 losses. Easy.
I don't know what we're making them out to be, though.
I'm trying not to overhype them, but they definitely have some talent there.
And a lot of it's returning and experienced talent.
Mm-hmm.
I will go on record right now and say I think they lose to Alabama and Tuscaloosa. What say you, sir?
Oh, hell yeah. Roll Tide, yes.
I think that I don't think that's going to go too well for them. So their margin of error after that game, playoff-wise, will be razor thin, sir.
Now, I did not put that in your mouth. That's news to me. I did not think you would say that. So
yeah, ain't nothing you can put in my mouth. It's all good.
I could try.
I ain't that damn drunk. All right, moving on to the Pac-12. The Pac-12, another conference that will look entirely different next year than it does this year. And you have, sir, a little bit of a shocker.
Not to me.
The Washington Huskies and Southern Cal. Washington Huskies, Southern Cal. Talk to me, chat. And chat, let me know who your Big 12 picks are as well. I don't know who the chat thinks about Big 12. I know we got some college football fans. Not to move along too far, I know the chat's a little bit of a delay from what we see, but I want to know what the chat's Big 12 predictions are already, man. So, all right, but moving on until chat catches up. You have Washington versus Southern Cal. Talk to me.
All right, Washington versus Southern Cal. Chat, like, roast us or toast us. Like, this is a good pick, and let me tell you, USC is everybody's pick. I mean, in the conference game. I mean, they got the Heisman quarterback.
Right.
Lincoln Riley as a coach. Not to opine too much. I mean, that's basically what they got. You know, no defense, and that's Pac-12 is pretty much no defense. But I think people are missing the ball on Washington.
Mm-hmm.
They had the same 11-2 record last year. They won their bowl game. USC did not.
Good stat.
Penix Jr.
What'd you say?
Had 40. Penix, not penis. Penix Jr. I remember him from Indiana a few years ago.
Right.
Transferred over there last year. 4,600 yards passing. I think he had probably 500 yards rushing and then the sacks and all that. But total yards last year, he was finished second next to Austin Reed from Western Kentucky. So total yards, he actually beat Caleb Williams from USC. The difference this year,
breaking out the pen in your face. I want to know. Tell me about it.
Washington. I know. I'm being a politician right now. Washington has all three of their leading receivers are coming back.
That's
USC,
big.
Addison's gone. I think their number 2 receiver's gone. So yeah, give me Washington, USC in the championship.
That's a good.
And
That's
I'm
a
going
good
to go
pick.
with Washington.
Well, hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah, you preeing all over the damn thing, man. I got all these graphics I worked on and shit. What the hell are you doing, man? Damn, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you why you're a little bit wrong. Okay, in my opinion, and why I agree with our own King Dingaling, sir. And I have Oregon and Southern Cal in the Pac-12 Football Championship 2023. I agree. I see you in the chat. Jay Mills, Pac-12. He says it's going to be USC and Oregon, and I agree. Lanning's going to have that defense ready. Just give what nobody in the country is used to is Oregon with the defense. Nobody's ever seen it. They've had a decent defense or whatever. Lanning is going to be too smart, I think, what Smart was to Saban. Okay? Bringing that philosophy over once it takes hold, he gets his commits in there, his recruits in there, and they get into the system. Man, if there actually shows up to be a defense in the Pac-12, Bo Nix looked like ass.
I don't like Bo Nix. I was going to say Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is cheeks. He looked like cheeks at Auburn, but he looked pretty good at Oregon.
It's Pac-12, no defense.
Hey, Justin Herbert was at Oregon. Didn't look great. Looks amazing in the NFL. Bo Nix, as far as his college career goes, looks a little Justin Herbert-ish, right? Follow me here. You put that with a defense, and I can see
this man. Boo this man. Roast this man. Do not toast this
roast
man.
or toast. That's what we're here for, man. Roast me or toast me. Come on, chat. Let me know where I'm right. Let me know where I'm wrong.
You literally compared Bo Nix, a guy who couldn't cut it at Auburn.
No, I was
Justin
very
Herbert,
specific.
who's a top 5 NFL quarterback. Dude, come on, chat.
Very specific in my comparison because nobody. Hey, if anybody looked at Justin Herbert's college tape and thought he would be what he is today in the NFL, all of y'all would have drafted him in Dynasty League. And none of y'all did, so that's all I got to say. Cheers, Joe Bones. That's what I'm talking about. And he says Justin Herbert's still unproven. I mean, he puts up numbers, but there's something to be said about that, but we're going to stay college. We're going to stay college-centered today. Come on, Chad. Tell me where I'm right. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me about my co-host, who's right or wrong. But
how about this? We might be both wrong with USC. The last
because who's nobody mentioning? Who is nobody mentioning right now?
Well, let me tell you, USC's last 6 games. Notre Dame, Utah, California, Washington, Oregon, UCLA. That is a tough-ass slate to end the regular season. Beginning of the season, easy coasting. The end of the season, 2 or 3 losses, easy. Now, they can skate by and whatever, and they could be a good team. But that is a fucking tough-ass schedule at the end.
Well, and you mentioned the team that I said nobody's mentioning. And that is the back-to-back Pac-12 defending champions. Utah, baby. Yeah. Come on, man. But guess what? This is why I don't have Utah there, because Cam Rising, they still have it set if he's going to play week 1.
Yeah, that was the reason.
The ACL happened so late. Now he may be back by the time they play USC. But here is the same stat I talked about with Texas on their 1-score games and the games they lost. It was the same way with Southern Cal, except the games Southern Cal lost by 1 score, they put up about, without doing the math, I would say about 17 points more a game on offense than Texas was. But their defense was lacking. Now, it's second year, Southern Cal, Alex Grinch, defensive coordinator. They brought in 3 defensive linemen and a linebacker and had a big transfer class. He's on record this offseason saying they're bigger, stronger, faster on defense. If they can have equal production on offense, I don't think anybody doubts Lincoln Riley's offense. If so, you can get out. But the defense has always been ass.
I'm glad you said that.
The defense has always been cheeks under Lincoln Riley. But they got a much different market now, Southern Cal than Oklahoma. They brought in the transfers. Transfers went around during Lincoln Riley the way they are now. Money.
What's his name? Eric Alexander from Georgia.
Dude, tell me. And you
Texas
couldn't just
A&M,
buy a defense like you can now with NIL. Yeah. So I think the defense, if their defense can take a 8 to 12 point step forward per game basis, they'll walk away with the conference.
3 points.
They'll walk away with the conference. So without further ado, you already alluded to it. You have, as your Pac-12 champion, sir, the
W.
Washington Huskies. And I gotta admit, I didn't see that coming when I was putting these graphics together. When you found,
hell yeah!
And I gotta say, for the record, we didn't know anybody's picks. We didn't know our picks when we did this. We did this totally independently, and then put the graphics together. So I had no idea he was picking the Washington Huskies, and damn if he didn't. So tell me one more time. You like the returning production on offense. You're a Penix. Mm-hmm. You love the Penix.
I love the Penix. I could just do Penixes all day.
Seems like you got a good handle on the Penix.
As long as he stays healthy. Sometimes he gives a little limp and, the Penix just lets you down. No whiskey, Penix.
Oh, classiest damn show you'll see on YouTube, man.
Well, this is a cocaine kind of Penix. Just hard right through the end.
I can't do it. I'm Southern Cal all the way. I think they have the returning Heisman candidate. I think the defense takes a step forward, and that's all she wrote. With Cam Rising being a question mark, look, I wanted to pick Utah. Cam Rising came back, but there's too much uncertainty for me to pick them and therefore bet on them. And that's a lot of what we do on this podcast, also in this stream, is betting. I can't bet on a quarterback that I don't know. But you will notice, I do have a theme going on if you're starting to pay attention, that the 2 conference champions I have picked so far have one thing in common, and that is...
They're the favorites.
Well, that is returning quarterbacks.
Okay.
Jay Mills talking about Oregon beats USC during the season and USC wins it in the conference title game. That could happen. Mm-hmm. We saw what happened with Southern Cal when a defense was put and a running game was put on them last year. Both times they played Utah. I was shocked. I was playing a show in Salt Lake City watching Utah put the smack down on Southern Cal, and I thought Southern Cal was about to go to the playoffs. Yeah, man. Joe Bone says West Coast football is irrelevant. It has
I
been
almost
for a
agree,
long time.
but I think this year, I think in the West Coast this year is going to be night and day from the last probably 10 years.
I agree.
Years since USC was actually decent and then Oregon was pretty good.
I agree.
I think West Coast, I mean, it's still going to be offensive base, no hardly any defense, but I think pound for pound, that's a good conference this year.
I do, and it'll
Until
look
they
totally different
lose
next year. That's for sure.
USC and UCLA next year.
Totally. Shout out to the chat. Frederick Meredith, what's up? Shout out, man. The Pac-12 projects to be really strong at the top of the conference with Utah, USC, Oregon, and Washington. Cheers, I drink. Hey, I love having
Hey, he got all four of
folks in
them.
the chat. Cheers,
I'm cheers
to
this
that.
guy.
It might be the top 4 teams.
Why have 2 teams when you can have 4 teams?
It might be the best conference top 4 teams. There's an argument to be made. Not that I believe that. There's an argument.
Nah.
You could make the argument.
No, you can't.
I'm not
make the
making it,
argument.
but you could.
No, you couldn't.
You can't say
How
the
you
Big
gonna-
12
okay.
has it. You
How
can't
you-
say
how
the
you-
Big 10 has it. You can't say the
it's
ACC
SEC,
has it.
y'all.
So the only other
SEC.
conference you're going to say has the top 4 as good as the Pac-12 is maybe the SEC. So then
Yeah.
that's a strong-ass place to be, I would say. Moving
Yeah, but, I
right
mean-
along. Another conference that might look very different next year. If anybody watched the Board of Trustees meeting that happened today between the Florida State Seminoles, where they all said we're getting out of the damn ACC. The ACC,
Hell yeah.
you have 2 familiar foes, Clemson and Florida State, in the conference championship. It's been a while. It's never actually happened because this is the first year the ACC has gotten rid of divisions. So that this is actually the first time that's been a possibility for a conference championship game. Talk to me.
All right, Clemson. Bread and butter is on the defense. Sweeney's going to have a solid defense. They really haven't, even last year, the last few years, their defense really hasn't fallen off too much. It's not the premier defense like maybe a Georgia where they send like 10 guys to the NFL, but it's still a solid damn defense. My guy, you got not like a good running back, 2 good running backs, but Shipley's going to lead the way.
I do like Shipley.
Klubnik, the quarterback, was a young guy last year. They got rid of DJ. I play my ukulele anywhere. But the guy I have circled for Clemson is Garrett Riley. In last episode, well, not last episode, but last segment of this episode, you just said, how Lincoln Riley's going to have that offense. Garrett Riley had the TCU offense last year.
Yep.
You saw what it could do.
Yep.
He's going to Clemson. That offense is going to be night and day from what you saw from DJ. I play my ukulele, wherever. And then they're going to have a solid defense. And they got a, pretty good schedule. They got 4 games they got to get through, other than FSU. But the 4-game streak, they got Wake, Miami, NC State, Notre Dame. That's kind of a tough slate, but I think they can get through it. So why not Clemson? Now FSU, on the other hand, were you gonna say something?
No, go ahead. Go. I'll comment on
Okay.
Clemson when it's my go.
All right. So FSU, on the other hand, dude, Benson is probably like, I'm kind of salivating on that running back. Dude, that guy is awesome.
Playoffs?
I didn't even write his fucking name down because I had it in my head the whole time. But the receiver, holy shit,
Johnny Wilson.
Johnny Wilson, dude, this guy is a beast. Like Mike Evans 2.0, probably even better than Mike Evans, in my opinion.
Bigger than Mike
coming
Evans.
from college. From where he's at right now, I mean, Mike Evans had like 3 or 4 games in the college career, highlighted by Alabama with Johnny Manziel. But dude, Johnny Wilson is a beast. He could play tight end and receiver. He has the speed, strength, everything you need on a freaking receiver. Everybody's circling the LSU, and within 20 days, they play 4 games, and they ended those 20 days with Clemson. That's what everybody's circling. If they could get past those 2 games, my thing is they didn't beat Wake. I think they have a losing record at Wake in the last 3 or 4 years.
Sure.
Uh,
We had a
So
losing
they
record
start
against
with
most people in the
Wake.
last 3 or 4 years.
but Pitt, Miami, I think Miami might be a little bit of a sleeper. I'm not going to be so high on them this year like I was last year. But I think they're going to have a good defense. But so you got Wake, Pitt, Miami, a bye week with Northern Alabama, and then your rival with UF. I mean, that's kind of a tough slate to not be unscathed through. You can't drop those games. So I think you'll drop at least at LSU Clemson, one of those 2 games. So you have to be unscathed going through that last part of the year.
Fair enough.
So I got FSU Clemson.
FSU Clemson. I like that. I mean, if you're a betting man and picking the favorites, that's who you would have. The ACC Media Days just concluded, like every other conference. It was Clemson 1 and 2 FSU. And that was it. That's how the media voted as well. So, makes sense. Jay Mills, before I get in my side, or Frederick, let's see. Frederick Maris said again, the top of the Pac-12 is stronger than the top of the ACC, at least on paper. I agree to that. Well, I don't know how top. If we were talking about top 4 a second ago, the 4 teams you named. If you name those top 4, I would probably agree. The top 2, I might not. But top 4, that speaks to depth of a conference, Frederick, I might agree. Jay Mills says Knowles will attempt a replay of 2013. Easy road to Charlotte. Will only need to show up strong in 2 games this year. Wow. And the 2 games he just mentioned weren't what my co-host mentioned. He mentioned a late November stretch just now, October-November stretch. Knowles win it.
I said LSU Clemson.
Knowles win it, but causing their fan base money shot all over themselves. Tune in for that stream, sir, if that's what you want to see. Frederick Meredith, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get the likes up. What are we up to now? We're up to 7 likes. 3 more likes.
9.
We're taking a shot.
I got 9 likes.
Come on. We got 12 viewers in here. We can do it. Come on. We're a new podcast, a new show. Come on. And chat, let me know what y'all drinking on. I'm on the Whistle Pig, baby. On the Whistle Pig.
Oh, that's empty. That's an empty
No,
bottle
it's just got a weird bottom on it
okay.
that makes it look empty. But Pit Viper edition, baby. Let's go. Whistle Pig. And we're ready to take a shot if we can get those 10 likes. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Just one more like, baby.
Is it one more? You can't count too good, I don't think. But
I got 9 likes.
You got 9. I got 7. Man, I need to up.
No, Joe Bones.
You're the official like counter. Then I'll take your word for it. There you go. All right. To my, we differ a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a shocker. I told you it's controversy. Roast me or toast me. What do you think to this ACC championship game? I have the North Carolina Tar Heels facing the Florida State Seminoles, baby. And let me tell you why. You mentioned it. I was going to shoot my low early. Notre Dame, Miami, Florida State, North Carolina. Dude, Clemson got a tougher schedule than you think. To open with who? Duke?
Yeah, the first 3 or 4 games are trash.
I mean, the open with Duke. Duke was a good team last year. Mike Elko got those boys playing. And Clemson, they'll probably win that first game. Klubnik, inexperienced. He looked great against North Carolina, but most teams did. They lost their, last 3 or 4 games in a row? Their defense was cheeks last year. And then it looked like, Clemson themselves looked like cheeks against Tennessee in the bowl game. Looked like ass, bro. That was embarrassing, man. I get it, phoning it in and not having anything to play for, but that's just that ain't right. That ain't what you do. That's not getting it done. So I think I have the Noles going up to Clemson. Noles haven't beat Clemson since 2014. They almost had them last year. Ran for over 200 yards on them. I got the Noles going up with the returning quarterback, like you said, with the most returning starter and most returning production in all of college football, 133 teams, is Florida State. Mm-hmm. Added to that was Keon Coleman transfer. Jaheim Bell from South Carolina, big tight end, running back transfer. You even talked about Trey Benson. Look,
I love Trey Benson.
dude, it's loaded. We have the only Maxwell watch list transfer offensive lineman in the country. Of all the offensive linemen that transferred, the only one on the Maxwell watch list is at Florida State. So if we improve the offensive line, we're the only ACC team that has 7 all-conference players on it. The next closest is 3 with Clemson. And we got the all-ACC cornerback from Virginia to bolster the defense. Lots of things are falling into place pretty magically for Florida State. So I think they go on the road as hard as that is.
Magically or NIL-y?
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, whatever it takes.
Magically.
That's the new era, right? So, but if we go on the road and beat Clemson that first game in September, Clemson in the world of hurt. They can't drop no more games, man. They got to play North Carolina, Notre Dame, Miami, everybody else. So I have them slipping up again with a new offensive coordinator. As much as you like the guy from TCU, his name slips my mind at the moment. That's
Garrett Riley.
Thank you, Garrett Riley.
Lincoln
All
Riley's
of that is
brother.
new. There's a lot of new in that circumstance. And so, man, that's a lot of learning on the fly, especially in the month of September with Duke and Florida State. It's 2 of your first 4 games. It's weird to say Duke in that capacity, but Duke played some people last year and beat some people. So
I think they finished about 500 or so. But, I mean, however, that quarterback was young and he did run and pass, whatever.
right.
But my thing with the FSU Clemson thing, it's tough to beat a team twice in the year. You should know that.
That's why
96 Florida.
I do not have Clemson in my ACC championship game, sir.
So you don't have to play them.
That's right. I think they slip up again along the way. And North Carolina, they lost, I think, their last 4 games in a row. They were Drake May was in a Heisman race. Drake May is a hell of a damn player. I know you like Drake May.
Please, Lord, don't let me play Clemson again. I don't think I can beat them again.
Oh, I think we could
Lord.
beat them twice.
Please, Lord.
Look, to all the viewers out there, I'm a Florida State fan. Now, I didn't pick Florida State to win the ACC last year. I think I had them 3rd in the Atlantic. And this very show last year, I had them 3rd in the Atlantic. I think you had them 5th or something like that.
A couple games they lost too. Wake Forest.
Right. So all these teams that we're talking about that were hyping, that had potential last year, you talking about the hype train earlier, right? Mm-hmm. I think all of them, their losses were 1-score games.
Yeah.
And same with Florida State. They're no different. So who is your ACC champion in 2023?
I love Clemson.
Oh, you got them. Easy.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I love Clemson this year.
Oh, you like them like that.
I do like them like that. I think they're that sneaky ass team. I think Sweeney, last 2 years, didn't have a quarterback. Started to try to fit the pieces of the puzzle together, and they did not fit quite well. But dude, Klubnik is a fucking beast, and Shipley, I mean, if you can run the ball, their defense is going to be solid. But I mean, Garrett Riley is going to open up that offense. They're going to score probably 35 points a game on average, and that's not what you would think of Clemson the last 2 or 3 years until the Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson era. So that's the Clemson.
I think the potential is there. They've recruited at a very high level. Here's the one thing. Go ahead.
This is the thing. Clemson recruits doesn't really do the,
It's not moving the needle for you.
transfer portal. And then FSU does really well in the transfer portal and doesn't recruit quite as well. So it's a good kind of mix and match. I think that's a good storyline.
I'm going to go back to that stat. Remind me of that in a little bit when we talk about some other parts of this stream. Frederick Meredith talking about Florida State is getting back to who they've always been, which should make some people a little nervous.
Oh, a girls' school.
I will. Hey, let me tell you. My wife from Florida State, let me tell you about the good-looking girls they had at Florida State, okay?
Oh, I know the good-looking girls. They still got them. They still got them.
Hey, Frederick Meredith, who is your team, sir? Who is your team? Welcome to the chat. This is the coolest chat. We're a small group, but it's a tight-knit family, man. So.
I thought Frederick Meredith was a Pac-12 until he started
I did
talking
too. I don't know.
shit.
He's a knowledgeable guy, so
I was gonna
might
say
be one thing the chat's missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, he might need to take my spot. Who knows what I'm going to talk about?
Well, I have shocker. I have the Noles winning the ACC this year, baby. I have them beating Clemson in week 4, I think that is, the end of September at Clemson.
Yeah.
I have them running through the rest of the schedule. Pitt at Pitt is the only other game I'm worried about. Miami too, because it's a rivalry. I think they way underperformed for their talent level last year. So if they get that right, I do like Van Dyke.
Yeah, Van Dyke, I was going to say, missed a lot of last year. That defense, they got all 3 levels of that defense. It's good.
I like Van Dyke, man. So if he can get it back, I mean, they could end up beating a lot of people and surprising a lot of people, but fuck, I hope it don't happen. I don't like Miami worth of shit. So obviously, for obvious reasons. But I have Florida State winning the ACC, excuse me, ACC, and not playing Clemson twice. I think Clemson slips up again. I think they have some serious problems. Their defense is lacking, falling off, and their offense is in a rebuild mode and a new growth, new quarterback, new coordinator. That's not a success in year 1 of both of those things. That's a bad combination. And my trend continues. If you've been paying attention to my trend of returning quarterbacks on teams I'm picking to win. And Frederick's a Bulldogs fan. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right. I like that. Marshawn Lynch in the chat too. Shout out to Beast Mode. What's up? Marshawn talking about starting a petition for Frederick to replace Adam.
Hey, yeah, I'm down for it.
He got to be better looking.
Well, yeah.
Adam talking about who wants a mustache ride. He got his off-season stash going, baby.
Look like a guy that licks assholes for a living.
That's what I've been smelling when you talk to me. I get it. I get it.
I know. And it's through mic, and you can still smell it. That's how bad I am. I just keep licking.
Oh, man. Chat, roast us or toast us? Are we right? Are we wrong? What is going on? Man, Jay Mills got a little quiet there. Freudian slip there, Paul. I see that. Yeah, we'll see if that's true or not, sir. Moving along. All these conferences may look very different or will necessarily look very different next year, and the Big Ten is no exception. By the way, like I said, we talked about none of these picks ahead of time. We did not know each other's picks when we made them, and we have had none of the conference championship games look the same. And I don't even know if we've had, only Texas is the only conference champion winner we've had the same so far, much less playoff bracket. So this is getting really interesting. Hashtag controversy, right? Let's go. Big Ten. Who you got in the championship game, Adam?
I'll even admit this to the fans. I try to cheat on this one. I was like, Paul, who are you going to take? Ohio State, Michigan? I'll take the other. I'll take either one you don't want to take. Whatever.
He tried.
And he's like, no, I ain't. Yeah, I know. I tried. He was like, no, I'm not going to give you that. Just take whoever you feel like. And I said, okay. I'll take Michigan. They got a weak-ass schedule. And you could tell me Jim Harbaugh has like a 4-game suspension against, well, Western Michigan and Rutgers and whatever. Like, some shit. Like, it doesn't really matter. They got a weak-ass schedule.
Yep.
The last 2 out of the last 3 games is where it's going to come down to. Penn State, and I think they got some bullshit, and then Ohio State. So those are the last 3 games, and I like what Michigan has. I mean, they got probably 16 guys that can make an NFL draft next year, ready to go. I did like Ohio State, but I don't know who the quarterback is, so give me Michigan winning that division. And on the other division, Iowa. Again, weak-ass schedule for Iowa. It plays into their hands. Easy-ass schedule. And I like the storylines. I ain't gonna lie. The storyline with Cade McNamara that is gonna transfer from Michigan to Iowa. That's gonna play his own team. So I'm a little biased there. And then it's also tight end university. I mean, hell, all
That's
their
good.
tight ends are 6'4", 240, and they just keep producing NFL tight ends left and right. So, and their defense is going to be top notch. A, because they got a weak ass schedule, but B, I mean, Iowa, you think tight ends and defense. So, I think their offense is going to take a step forward this year, and they'll play Michigan. So, yeah, Iowa, Michigan.
This is the only conference out of all of them where we are in agreement, sir. I also have Iowa and Michigan in this. I think Wisconsin, will be I don't want to use the cliche force to be reckoned with in the future, but I think they have a chance to be a different program than they've been traditionally, which is defense and running the ball. They're going to have an air raid style offense. I just think for the same reason I said Clemson. New quarterback, new head coach, new system, all of that in year one. These are amateurs. These ain't professionals. It takes time. So I think Iowa with the defense, look, they had about the worst fucking offense in college football last year. Ferentz, I can't say his name right. Ferentz, offensive coordinator. He's on the hot seat. Cheeks is warm, baby. More than warm. But they got, like you said, Cade McNamara. And you can't be worse than you were last year. So with that defense taking a step forward, I think they have the wherewithal and the team to get to the Big Ten championship. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Look, Ohio State, same. Look, Michigan, they got both running backs back. Corum and Edwards, J.J. McCarthy. That playoff game, he's been thinking about that all year long. Mm-hmm. He cost his team a chance to go to the national championship game. And he went and beat his rival because, his story is he wanted to be an Ohio State player his whole life, and they didn't recruit him. And then Michigan did, and he said his only mission is to beat Ohio State from here on out. He was so mad about him, butthurt. And damn, if he didn't last year, well, he's back. Ohio State don't know who the quarterback is. They got, 7 returning starters on defense, does Michigan. I'm hyped, and I'm high on Michigan. I think it's hard to be on the big stage like they were last year. TCU was like, well, isn't this neat? Here we are. And Michigan's like, everything we need's in front of us. This is all the pressure, all the whatever. TCU didn't feel no pressure. They knew they didn't have a chance unless something happened right. Well, 4 turnovers happened right for TCU, and they still almost lost. So I got Michigan. I guess I'll go ahead and I'm blowing my load early. I'm gonna go ahead and jump. I got Michigan winning the Big 12. I mean the Big 10. Excuse me. I got Michigan winning the Big 10. Do you disagree, sir?
Okay. I do not disagree.
There we go. This is the only conference we got the exact same, dude.
I got Michigan. I mean, it's clear as day. I mean, honestly, they've really got a good squad this year. It's just tough to pick against them.
It is.
I'm going to try to go Ohio State, but I really don't know the quarterback that's going to be at Ohio State. Ohio State has 2 fucking phenom receivers, and that might go first round like a Smith Waddle kind of thing,
Harrison is a beast, dude. They're national champions if he's not hurt.
Yeah.
They're national champions if he doesn't get hurt. It's that simple.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just don't know about Ohio State, who's the quarterback, what they're going to come out to be. So, I'm going to go with the for sure thing, Michigan. And you know what? Michigan's beat them the last 2 years, so...
Why not?
After 20 years,
they got the number right now.
Just butt hurt. Yeah.
So, chat, roast us or toast us. Where y'all at,
roast
chat?
Us or toast us. Yeah.
I'm like Frederick, man. This is his first time in the chat, and he's putting the knowledge out there. Iowa's top weapon offensively is the punter. I like
in years past, yes. I mean, they had Kittle, and I mean, they got all these guys coming out of the tight end positions. Like, why'd they not make more of a difference?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have a quarterback. McNamara might be that guy.
Jay Mills thinks we're both wrong. He's roasting us. No toast from Jay Mills. Ohio State is winning it. Man.
Ohio State.
And
yeah.
Frederick says, is Ohio State man enough to win in Ann Arbor? I have my doubts. And so do I with my theme continues with returning quarterbacks. I have one theme. It's overriding. Returning quarterbacks. Am I going to break stride for the SEC? Because
You have to.
Let's see. Because the two biggest names in the SEC typically, Georgia and Alabama, both have what?
New quarterbacks.
All right. So let's go to your Southeastern Conference predictions. Sir, here we go. Southeastern Conference. This is the conference that you're a fan of. This is your turf. Tell me about it, sir.
This is my turf. All right.
And you do have those two very aforementioned teams.
Yes, I got Georgia, Alabama. And honestly, I don't know if Alabama's going to make it. But I'm a homer. This is how far as my homer will take me. It's like, I am believing that we can do it. And this is the reason why. I think Alabama's about to go old school. All these new school, methodical, let's stretch everything out. Let's, play high offense, low defense kind of thing. I think it's going to be the reverse. Like you said in the Pac-12, Oregon might have the best defense in the Pac-12. Alabama will have the best defense in the SEC.
Oh, over Georgia.
Over Georgia.
Wow.
This year. Just because I think Georgia's lost a lot of players. I think the mentality's still there. I'm not shitting on Georgia. And maybe, you know what, I'm just feeding rat poisons to all the other teams. But there are a bunch of teams I am worried about. Arkansas is going to be cutthroat. Texas A&M has a bunch of talent. LSU is probably the most talented team we're going to play in that division. So we got our work cut out for us. As far as Georgia, they got a fucking easy-ass schedule. And they got time to figure out the quarterback and all that shit. So
you ain't lying,
they're
dude.
going to just walk into the SEC.
I don't want to hear shit about an SEC schedule
if you don't like
and
America,
shit.
then you can get it.
West Coast football is the kitties' titties.
This is Frank Meredith.
Oh shit! Hold on. Halt it up. And that's a great place to halt it too. Is in the SEC talk, baby. Because who is that? Your returning quarterback has tipped $17.76. He went All-American on us, baby. He or she, whoever it may be.
Kitties titties.
And the kitties titties, baby. I love
Kitties titties.
Oh man, it's time to spin the drink wheel one more time, sir. If you're up for it. If you're not, you don't have a choice.
Do these people realize we drink before we start talking?
That's the only show prep we do. We start texting each other from the bar before the show, making sure that we're doing our job.
Yeah, I try to do some show
He was talking about cutting the grass earlier, then I made sure he texted me that he went to get some margaritas. I was like, all right. Man,
Right,
how many likes do we have, Adam?
9. It's still at 9.
We're still at
Just
9 likes.
It's a free spin.
All right, around and around it goes. Where the drink wheel spins, you're about to know, man, where it lands. Another gulp. I need to pour me a gulp. Here, I need some ice. But I don't have any down here. That's fine. I got good whiskey. It can be drank neat. Got my gulp ready, baby.
Frederick says he has Georgia, Alabama, Eaton, and Atlanta. Georgia way too early 3-point favorite. I think way too early. It's a 7.5-point favorite easy.
All right, cheers. Here's our gulp.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, big gulp, son. All right.
All right. Thank you, whoever you are, your returning quarterback. I'll play off of the theme I've been having for this stream, man. So I like that. J Mills says SEC is Georgia and Ole Miss. Well, let's see if that's what I saw coming or not. I can't say that I agree with you, J Mills, King Ding-a-ling, sir.
I hope you don't.
I don't want to offend the crown, but yeah, I do not have Ole Miss, sir. And let the controversy begin because neither do I have Georgia. I have LSU and Tennessee.
Yeah, I like it.
In the SEC championship game, okay? Let me make this all make sense for you. I'm gonna make it all make sense for you, all right? LSU, what do they got that Alabama don't got? A returning quarterback. Now, LSU also got loads of talent on defense, loads of talent at receiver. They're going to be a damn hell of a challenge for Florida State in the first game. They are defending SEC West champions, and they're returning key pieces that Alabama are not. Gone is old Bryce Young. So, gonna be tough. Gonna be tough for Bama. It's gonna be tough for anybody in the SEC West. But I do have LSU returning to Atlanta as SEC West champions. Now, let me tell you why I got Tennessee. This is Tennessee's roadmap to the SEC championship. They're gonna go to Tuscaloosa and lose. You heard it here first. Alabama mad. Tennessee does not have a returning quarterback. They have a quarterback.
So you're saying we beat Texas, we beat Tennessee.
Yep, but you lose to LSU.
I'll take an LSU loss.
So that's
I'll take
tiebreaker.
one out of those three. Yeah.
That's conference.
That's the tiebreaker.
Conference tiebreakers. I have a
think
tiebreaker
LSU.
scenario here too because I also think Tennessee loses to Alabama, but I think just like last year in true form, Georgia with their new offensive coordinator and new quarterback have to go to Knoxville, much like Bama did last year, and that's where, dude, let me tell you something, man. Milton can fucking throw the ball.
Yeah.
This guy,
80 yards from his knees.
dude, this guy has got
crazy.
a damn cannon of a fucking arm, man, and it looks silky smooth coming off of it. That's what you call his arm talent and his wrist talent, man. And he's got it.
Got
dude.
both.
It's a thing to behold. So look, they got great receivers. That Squirrel guy, I can't think of his last name off the top of my head. You don't need a last name when your name's Squirrel. So you can't catch his ass. And then they got the Oregon transfer, Deontay, what's his name, Thornton, 6'5" from Oregon. They're going to be beasts on the outside. The problem with Tennessee is they have their pass defense is what? Cheeks. Their pass defense was cheeks. It was like 100 and something last year. And like last in the SEC, it would be awful. It was awful. And it's got to get a little bit better, but I don't think it's going to be up to snuff necessarily. Yeah. So I think they lose to Alabama, but I think they take that one away from Georgia. And both of these teams make the SEC championship game on tiebreakers. Talk to me, toast me or roast me. There's some controversy right there. Every preseason publication you will see, including my co-host, will have Georgia #1 and in the Southeastern Conference Championship game. Toast me or roast me. What's up, chat? This is your chance. Co-host, Adam, tell me what's up. What I'm smoking, what I'm drinking, tell me. I need to lay off something. What's up?
You're the #1 team back-to-back years for a reason. And it's not the players, because you lose players every year.
Right.
It's the coaching. It's the mentality. That's what Georgia has. They took everything Alabama built and brought it over to Georgia. And it's not a gripe I'm saying. I mean, that's Kirby Smart. He's like, dude, I know how to build a team. I looked at the guy. I'm younger. I'll take his staff, and I know exactly how to do it. My thing with the Tennessee thing, you're putting all your eggs on the Joe Milton basket.
Got to.
And what was he a... What am I trying to say? He wasn't drafted. I know I'm misspeaking right
Recruited?
now. He wasn't recruited by Tennessee.
Right.
But by Michigan, right? I don't know. He was recruited by another team.
I think it was I don't think it was Michigan. I think it was Big Ten team, but you might be right.
Big team, yeah. So he's recruited by Big Ten, didn't make it there, so he transferred. So I question his accuracy. We know he has the fucking cannon, but so does so many other quarterbacks that we say, dude, why didn't you put the pieces of the puzzle together? Like, you could have been better than Tom Brady, because Tom Brady didn't have the arm strength as much of these guys do. But you don't have to have, it's not always arm strength.
Sure.
It's, I can read a fucking defense, and I know exactly 1, 2, and 3, my check downs and everything. So I'm not going to look made to look like a fool.
Well, Jay Mills says, I must admit, that would be an awesome conference championship game. I like that. Well, look, here's my thing about it. Neyland Stadium's a hell of a place to play.
Yeah.
Bama found out. Georgia's got to go there.
Right now, yeah.
Look, I think, I'm going to say it right now. I think Heupel is the new Lincoln Riley with quarterbacks.
Yep. I agree.
A Heisman candidate. Hendon Hooker would have won the Heisman last year. He didn't get hurt.
That's my thing. It's Hendon Hooker.
He would have won it had he not got hurt. But he got hurt.
He would have won it.
He would have won the Heisman had he not got hurt. Don't forget, there was a brief period where Tennessee was number 1 in the nation last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They did lose some pieces on the offense, but they, like I said, they got the transfer from Oregon.
Tillman, Hyatt.
I'm a fan of Squirrel, and I like their transfer receiver. It's going to be all offense, which is kind of antithetical to the SEC.
SEC, yeah.
But hey, what happened when Missouri came to the SEC? They won the East, first 3 years or something like that. You know, sometimes it works like that. But look, it's fine. There's just too many pieces changing at Georgia on offense. And look, it's easy for me to say, Vegas will tell you, every publication will tell you that Georgia is the favorite. And that's fine, they can be. I'm not afraid to go out there and tell you, look, tune into this show because you hear something different. And this is why. And continuity is a big thing. And when you go on the road to Neyland Stadium with a new offensive coordinator, learn a new terminology and all this shit, you don't even know who the quarterback's going to be at Georgia right now. They got a good idea, but still, it's not been named. So,
and he's never been in front of 110,000.
And I saw Milton kick the shit out of I saw Milton kick the shit out of Clemson in the bowl game. I mean, beat the dog shit out of them. So I'm looking at that. I see you. So I think Heupel's the new Lincoln Riley. I think Tennessee is here to stay. If they get a defense, they can short that pass defense. Watch out. They are another fringe, if not in, playoff team for me. So let's check the chat real quick before we go any further. Let's say Jay Mills says if Tennessee beats Georgia, they will be in Atlanta. I agree. I know Milton is a returning QB, but it was the Hendon Hooker show last year. Of course. Yeah, he was not the returning starter. He did start the games at the end of last year. So actually, if you want to keep with my theme, he's got more returning starters experience than Georgia's QB will have. Frederick Meredith says Tennessee will make Georgia sweat a little bit, but I think they will be on the wrong end of a 38-22 final. That's a 16-point, 2 score, and it could happen. That could totally happen, Frederick. I just think that when you got amateur athletes and you're on the road in a place like Neyland, that matters. It mattered to Bama last year. Bama had more talent on every position just about in that game, but the crowd willed them to win that game. And then Frederick also says Tennessee has a very underrated stable of running backs too. I agree, sir. So without further ado, Adam, your SEC champion is Georgia Bulldogs, sir.
Georgia Bulldogs. Honestly, Brock Bowers.
I love Brock Bowers.
Yeah. If he's not on your freaking future recruiting for next year's portal in your draft, then you don't know what you're talking about, because Brock Bowers he's the best tight end to come out of college football. And probably ever, actually. Well,
potentially.
Gronk wasn't that big of a name coming out.
It's true.
He was the biggest name coming out of as a tight end in college.
Fair enough.
Brock Bowers is that guy. So
Can he go number 1 overall?
no, he cannot go number 1.
I agree.
overall.
Not in this
I wish he
quarterback
could.
class. Not in this quarterback class.
Yeah.
He can't.
No.
He can go top 10. He will go top 10.
Oh, he'll go top 10. Yeah, he'll be a beast.
For sure. All right. So obviously we have different SEC champions. Roast us or toast us, chat. Don't take it easy on us, man. And if you're not watching this video live and you're catching a replay,
I'm doing the Mitch McConnell apparently.
just stand there. Just sit there for a minute, boy. We do not have the same champs. We had 2 entirely different teams in the conference championship game. So clearly I'm a different champion, and this is my SEC champion 2023. It's LSU. Returning quarterback. Dude. The defense they're going to put out there. The only
Jaden
question
Daniels?
mark LSU has is secondary, and like their entire secondary is like transfers that were all the highest secondary class in the nation in transfers. They just got them all in there. Now they're going to take some time. I think Florida State may or not beat him. May or may not beat him in the first week. It's going to be a hell of a game. But by the end of the seasons, by the time the season's getting time to a conference championship game, watch out for LSU. Brian Kelly has won that West in his first year.
Fuck that guy.
God, yeah, I know you mad, boy. I know you mad, man.
There's only a few guys I don't want to lose to, and that was one of them. Like, I just never want to lose to Brian.
And I say it's happening back to back, sir.
I don't think so, but I think that kind of in Nick Saban, like, he's more adamant about it than I am.
Well,
But you don't lose to that guy.
Well, let's let a little bit of insight because look, we are big college football fans and we have lots of love for the game, but we do know certain things about other teams more than others. You are a Alabama fan, you know, you have your finger on the pulse of Alabama. Who's the quarterback going to be? Call it.
Milroe, I assume.
Milroe. Okay.
Yeah,
You don't like it. You don't seem like you like it.
I don't like it. But he is a running quarterback, and he could do some things. And I don't like it because of the Texas A&M game, but he was 11-19. He just had 3 turnovers. He had, I think, 2 fumbles and a pick that could have sealed the game. And he could have been on a different projection than I'm putting him on right now. But honestly, like, I mean, that's what it was. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm still laughing at J Mill comment, boy.
that I had a stroke. I didn't have a stroke. I'm perfectly healthy. Somebody probably just hit my heart with the Alabama talk. It's SEC. It hurts a little bit.
Oh man, dude. Frederick talking about I got 12-1 Alabama and 12-1 Georgia getting to the playoffs with Bama getting in as the SEC champion. Wow.
I take 12
The
wins
Georgia
all
fan
year.
has Bama getting into the SEC championship as the champion or
We have
winning the
12
SEC
wins,
championship.
We'll be in there. I don't think we have 12 wins, but if we do have 12 wins, we should be in there.
Wow. All right, we're getting close to our playoff predictions, sir. Chat. You're along for the ride. We love you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Do we have 10 likes yet?
Nope.
Man, I'm
Still
trying to
at
take a
9.
shot about it, but we can't get it. We can't get across the hump.
We can't get it.
Ooh, that's fine.
All
That's
we asked
fine.
was for 10.
That's all right. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. All right. All right. So, look, before we get to the playoffs, we're going to our Heisman picks, y'all. We got to call it Heisman because this is the order of the season. This is how the season works out, right? You play a regular season, you play a conference championship game, and then somebody wins the Heisman. Adam, you have the floor, sir.
I already alluded to it.
Hold that Phoenix up high.
I alluded to it way too soon, but Michael Penix.
It could happen.
Oh, damn sure.
Totally could happen.
And honestly, with the odds you're getting right now, he was literally the number 2 overall quarterback next to Western Kentucky. As far as passing yards, he was number 2 next to Caleb Williams. So you're getting definitely the number 2. It might be a fucking deuce because you're getting number 2. However, the money, he's like 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th. Money wise, it's like, fuck, I'll put money all day on this guy.
Makes sense.
He will definitely be a top 3 or 4 uninjured. He'll be definitely top 3 or 4. He'll be in the running.
Sure.
So it's safe money.
Jay Mills talking about, I don't want to spin the wheel because Adam will be a hospital trip. He looking like Mitch McConnell right now, and looking like Feinstein at the end of it, boy. Got wheel his ass around. Oh shit! Look, for the money, it's a good pick, and it could totally happen. It could totally happen. I could see that, man. Here's the thing. I don't think. Here's what I hate about the media, and I'm gonna allude to it a little bit now, but go further into it in a moment. But I think there's a double-edged sword with the Heisman. The media typically doesn't like to have 2 Heismans back-to-back. The same guy win the Heisman back-to-back.
Yep.
So I think it'll be a new Heisman candidate. But also, the media likes to be part of something new, something big that they haven't seen before. Like they want to like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, we want to have the first this, and we have never seen this. We want this to happen. So then they could also, I could see them having, wanting to go for Heisman's back to back. But I have your boy, Jordan Travis.
Yeah.
Heisman. I already told you I think they win at Clemson. I also think they win week 1 LSU. And if they go 2-0 in those games, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. It was 10 years ago that Florida State had their last Heisman. That was Jameis Winston. And they also went to Clemson and won that game. Every Heisman that Florida State's ever had. No, that's incorrect, actually. I was about to make a wrong stat. But regardless, the only concern about Jordan Travis is we're going to trade Benson. We're going to run the ball so damn much that it might take away from the stats a little bit. So that's my concern about Jordan Travis and Jay Trav. But I think that Jordan Travis will win the Heisman this year. I think, and don't forget, this is news that just came out a little bit before the show. I forgot to mention earlier. LSU has Mason Smith and that great defensive line, but Jimmy Lindsey, the defensive line coach, like 30 minutes before we went to air, stepped away for health reasons. So the defensive line coach stepped away.
Yeah.
And that's interesting before fall camp with one of your biggest, strongest position groups on defense. So if you're going to stop Florida State's passing attack with all the weapons we got, you better have a good defensive line. And they do, but your coach just had to step away. So that's a interesting dynamic, man. What do you think about mine, man?
I mean, honestly, you got to deal with injury first off. I mean, even when I think last year he had a healthy season, relatively healthy season, but it's almost every freaking game he's limping off the field or something.
It's true.
So he is a better injury prone than Tua Tagovailoa.
What's his name?
But however, Tua Tagovailoa. I've been drinking, man. I've had like 3 margaritas, a shot, and 5
Give me 2 margaritas.
Now, so.
Well, give me 3 margaritas. What is it?
Yeah. Put it in my ass or something. I have no idea what that is, but I've heard the song. Anyhow, he's a little bit healthier, but he doesn't have the dynamic of the Tua. So I think there's a big old trade-off.
He's a better runner.
Yeah, he's a better runner, but I don't think the arm talent's there.
Here's the thing. I actually went back. I was curious because watching the games as an old fan. Look, just to let everybody know, I'm a Florida State fan. I'm not a home. I try not to be a homer. I don't even. My co-host will tell you I don't even bet Florida State.
Try not to be a homer.
Tell them I'm lying. I don't even bet Florida State, do I?
You're such a homer.
Wait, it's my rule. I don't bet Florida State.
You don't bet Florida State, but you're such a homer.
I had them third in the Atlantic last year.
As soon as the season ended, you're like, FSU, we're going all the way. We got J. Trav, Heisman. That was 6 months from now.
And I'm also consistent.
This is not even new to me.
I'm also consistent. Look here. Hey, Frederick over here talking about Brock Bowers, man. I would love to see a tight end win the Heisman.
I would love it too.
I would. Cheers. I'll drink to that.
If there's a season too.
Yeah, there was a tight end to win it. This is it. Cheers. Mm-hmm. Do we have 10 likes yet? We got 12 viewers. Where's the 10 likes?
Yeah. 9.
Smash the like. We're trying to get 10. We'll do a shot and spin, or at least spin the wheel. We said we'd do a shot. We gotta at least keep our word.
Whoever that 12 should have just liked us and left us.
But all right. What I was about to say before I got distracted. I watched a lot of big Jordan Travis plays last year on his highlights. You know what most of the highlights were? Him falling away as he threw a pass because the offensive line wasn't up to snuff, or having to run away for his life to avoid a sack and then making a huge play against Florida or something. Like, the amount of plays that he was able to sit back there and actually just throw is less than probably any other Heisman contender quarterback. And Florida State is 10 deep on the offensive line this year. With the experience and the transfers they got, they 10 deep. It'll be the best offensive line they had since 2013, which is also the last time they won a Heisman. And J. Trav can run a lot better than Jameis Winston. I don't know if he's quite the passer. I won't go that far, but I'm down with it. If you beat LSU week 1 and you beat Clemson week 4, by the time, and you're undefeated when the national playoff rankings come out, you'll be number 1 or 2. And then that's
you'll be in the top 5.
And the other part of research I did, other part of research I did is that no Heisman has won the championship. Nobody has won the Heisman Trophy without your team being at least like top 12, which I think is very feasible that both of our candidates will be part of a top 12 team. Without further ado, chat, you've been great. Y'all been hanging in there, man. Thanks so much. Much love to all you guys. Man, we love y'all out there.
I'm a little disappointed. We can't get 10 thumbs up and likes.
We can't get 10 likes. That's all right. We got some of the regular folks out there that ain't even here tonight. And we got some new folks as well picking up the slack. It's great, man. This is a great family we building out here in the chat. And without further ado, it's time for Adam's playoff reveal 1 through 4 for 2023. Georgia number 1, baby. No shocker. Yeah. Georgia number 1.
Yeah, I didn't want to play too much with. I just think Georgia's easy schedule, a strong team, back to back. They'll have a playoff slot somewhere. So it's natural for me to put them at number 1. You are the best until you beat the best. So
makes sense.
Off.
Unless it was 2014 and you got to have game control.
Number 2, I got Michigan. Easy schedule, and dude, pound for pound, they're probably the best team in the nation. Number 3, I got Washington, because they're gonna take the Pac-12. And then number 4, I got Texas. That's hopefully stays good all season long. And Worthy, definitely that's the playmaker. I got the upset. Texas over.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on. Damn. We're just doing brackets.
Just brackets.
Just a bracket.
Just
he
brackets.
praying all that, man. That's what happened when
I know.
I gotta get my, y'all pray for his wife, man. He started drinking his prees all over the place, man. No worries, man. Yes, that's quite a shocking bracket, though. I like the Texas. The Texas pick is one of my favorite picks. I think out of all the teams, they have the easiest road with the most talent returning.
I don't think they have the easiest road, dude.
Can I put my opinion out there, please, sir?
No, you cannot.
The pen's coming back out. Give me the pen. But yeah, dude, I think that Texas is the most intriguing team to me this year of all teams, even Florida State. Texas is very intriguing. Washington, I didn't even pick them to be in the Pac-12 game, obviously, so I don't necessarily agree with that. Georgia, hey, you and everybody else got Georgia number one. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Not only do they have the most returning dynasty type team, and they've recruited blue chips everywhere, they got a bullshit schedule. I don't want to hear shit else about the SEC being so hard. Oh, we're playing an SEC type schedule and all this shit. They schedule is what? Cheeks. What? I don't want to hear shit. You better not lose a game, boy. And if they do, they better get the F out of these damn playoffs. I don't want to hear nobody picking them, man. Not at all. That pisses me off to look at their schedule. I just get mad looking at it. Now, here's the thing I was talking about earlier in the media. What's never happened in college football before? A 3-peat championship. Nobody's ever won it back to back to back. So what's the media want to be a part of and get to cover? The media wants to cover a 3-peat championship. That's what they always want. They always want the first this, the first that. They want to be a part of it, and they almost perpetuate it into reality, speak it into existence. So I'm worried about that. I'm really worried about that. But I'm going to stick to my guns and what I believe to be right. And let me tell you that Georgia don't make the damn playoffs because they didn't make the SEC championship. And Florida State, when I tell you they beat LSU and Clemson, and they would be number 1 or 2 by the time the playoff rankings came out, they will stay 1 or 2, definitely 1 by the end of the season because Michigan's going to drop one of those games. Penn State, Wisconsin, somebody. Ohio State, somebody. They'll drop one of those games, but they'll win their conference. I have Southern Cal in there for the same reasons. It was my hardest thing that I had to wrestle with was leaving Texas out of this playoff, and I kind of hate it even when I'm talking about it right now. But I have Southern Cal. I think with the defense, like I said, the defense can make a plus 8-point difference on the defense, and that's it. That's all you need. Cam Rising being questionable is going to hurt Utah, the back-to-back defending Pac-12 champs. LSU, the SEC is not going to get a team in there. Even if they lose, even if they're 2-loss, even if they lose to Florida State and then drop one SEC team randomly, I still think they win a tiebreaker over Alabama. And they get into the playoffs. And Michigan, man. Michigan, I told you, they got 7 returning starters on defense. They got both running backs back, both the quarterback back, and they're hungry. They were so close. Watch TCU's ass get kicked in the national championship game last year. So they are on a mission. They will be back in my mind. So we have one of the same teams. Michigan is the only team we agree on. Roast us or toast us, chat. Chat, let us know. Roast us or toast us. If you're not even catching this live, put your comment down below. Tell me why I'm right. Tell me why he's right or why we're both wrong, man.
I will say this. The whole Michigan, Ohio State, whatever it is, and coming from that damn conference, they've gotten their ass beat by the SEC the last few years. So if you don't put up or show up this year, dude, you should not have a playoff spot for the next 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
In my opinion. And I don't give a shit what you think. Because honestly, y'all got dog smacked the last few years against teams you thought you could compete with. You're slow ass motherfuckers that can't compete. We got 300-pound linemen that can outrun your running backs. It is garbage. So, if Michigan can't do anything this year and they get blown out in the playoffs by 20-plus points, then screw the Big Ten. And thank God you got fucking Washington and Oregon coming to you because they can't compete either.
Marshawn Lynch in the chat talking about, I pray for both y'all wives every night, man.
Yeah, my wife needs prayer.
Frederick says no Alabama. 2 years in a row with no Alabama. I'd have to see it. Hey, hashtag rat poison.
No Alabama.
Hashtag rat poison, man. Look.
However, we are going to go old school this year, I think.
My eyes
that
are
could
up
be
here.
a game changer, but
Prayers to Adam's wife.
Oh, Lord, it happened again.
Oh, fuck. I knew it was going to happen. There you go.
Quarterback back. I don't even know who that is. Much love in the chat. Thank you.
All you got to do is give us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up free,
You
man.
spend money.
What are we
All you
doing?
can do is thumbs up, like us.
Oh, it's time to spin the drink wheel before we get to our national championship game. We're gonna spin the drink wheel for quarterback back. They said prayers of Adam's wife specifically. They must think that mine is satisfied for some reason. I don't know.
No,
I don't know why they would think that, but hey, it is I'll take it. I will remind her that at least somebody thinks that she's satisfied. All right, the wheel spins. Here it goes. Where it stops, we all about to know. Let's see. I'm about to be out this whistle pig here. Another gulp, man. Hasn't been too brutal to us tonight. No plus ones, no shots, no chugs. Just gulp. Let me pour my gulp here. Cheers to you, sir.
Here.
Oh, big gulp, son. All right.
I do love this chat, man. And Frederick fits right in. Where you been, man? You been here before and just been quiet in the chat? I don't know, but
hand in glove.
man, you right along with 100 Proof Mafia, baby. You right in here with us. Joe Bones, hate. Joe Bones ain't liking it, dude. Not feeling what we doing. Roasting, no toasting.
I didn't think about 2, 3 second pause.
You all right over there? Want to go to Paul Cam? All right, Paul Cam. Oh man, Adam needs a moment. That's all right. We got his back. I don't know if he's puking, shitting, or throwing up. Sometimes when he pukes, he shits. I don't know. It's a thing. But definitely, I'm gonna go back. Where's the Chad at here? Chad talking about, let's see, Adam holding on to that pen so he has something to focus on to keep him from falling out of his chair. Jay Mills. Oh, Frederick, Arch Manning will be at Ole Miss by 2025, courtesy of Malik Murphy. Whoa, maybe. I like that. He's calling it. I hope you're here in 2025 so that we can give you your just desserts, man. Give you all your props for calling that right now. Marshawn Lynch says, shake. I like it. Is it puke and rally time, or is it, I don't know, did he just have to I don't know, man. We're here for it, man. And if not, I'll cover for him. I got his back like that, man. That's my co-host. And regardless, but chat. So, what do y'all think about the playoff scenarios? I don't have Georgia in there. None of us have Bama in there. That's kind of asinine, ass of 10, right? That's not something you would think you would see or hear from most folks, most publications, most preseason pontifications that you might come across. Chat, tell me where I'm right. Tell me where we are wrong. Our co-host is back. Was that a puke and rally, Adam?
Wasn't a puke.
That's what I figured. I could tell when that's the case, man. That wasn't it, man.
You got me now?
Yeah, we got you. Frederick, much love, brother. Thanks for being in the chat. Got to go to work. Hey, somebody got to make some money. We ain't.
It was.
That's all right.
Hitting on my bladder at different levels.
All right, back to it. Here we go. It's time for your
I can't hear anything.
plug it in.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's your side. You got me? It's your side, dude.
Can you hear me?
Yes? You got me?
Just talk.
I'm here. I
can hear you now.
You got me?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it was just like fucking muted.
No,
or
it was
something.
your connection thing that happened in our pregame, man. That whatever that
I'm
is,
sorry.
you got
But
you know for the
I
future.
just had a fucking piss. I mean, I was like, dude, this shit's. I'm about to pee my fucking britches.
Well, I'm
man.
holding it, man. My back teeth are floating, baby. I'm down with it, dude.
I was like, dude, I gotta go. Like, if it's not now, it's going to be now.
You just gotta get you a pee bucket down there, man.
And maybe that's what I should do.
Just get you a pee. Nobody gotta even see. You know what I mean? We'll just know
I
if you
need
lean a
Jay
little bit
Mills
closer
to
to the
donate
camera.
another
What's
$10
happening?
for a pee bucket.
Yeah.
$10 for a pee bucket.
10 likes or $10 for a pee bucket. It's coming, baby. All right, for your
Yeah,
national.
I'm disappointed in the fucking likes.
What's that?
I'm disappointed in the
I
fucking
am
likes.
too. We had 9
only
for
got
like an
9.
hour, man. We can't
Yeah.
get one more like.
We've had different people who jump in the chat and not like us.
Dude, hey, let's. Jay Mills, shout out to you. Says, how did you troubleshoot in your condition? Cheers. Man, look, I've known this guy for a long
I'm
time.
not Mitch McConnell.
I've known this guy for a long time. He can be in a lot worse condition than this shit. All right.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. We're good to go. Somebody create a fake account and give us a like.
Give us a 10
Yeah,
likes
come on,
so
man.
we can spin the damn wheel. Jesus fucking Christ. We just want a drink for you guys. It's for you.
All right, Adam, this is your national, but don't tell the winner. Just one step at a time. The national championship game. You have who?
National championship game. I got Washington.
Versus Texas.
Texas.
You have Texas with the upset of the Georgia Bulldogs. Yo. Bruh. Who saw that coming? So you don't have a three-peat for Georgia. I clearly don't have a three-peat for Georgia. We say the history is not made.
History is not made. I think that's better television. And honestly, Washington, Texas, I would watch. I would not watch a fucking Georgia USC game at all.
I mean, I would. That would have been a better game than Georgia TCU. I'll tell you that.
No, I don't think so.
Man, you're supposed to be Southeastern Conference, man. You're supposed to be tuning into the TV talking about SEC.
Georgia would destroy USC.
You think
Georgia
so?
would destroy anybody from the Pac-12.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Depends on what the offense looks like.
Oh, we got 11.
Got 11? How we went from 9 to 11? I call bullshit.
Well, we got 11, so fucking spin that fucking wheel.
Nah, it ain't. Is it the wheel or we just gotta take a shot? We said shot the whole time.
No, we're spin the wheel. No, I said we spin the wheel. It's up to the chat. How about that?
All right,
We'll leave it
chat.
to
Should
the
we do a
chat.
shot or spin the wheel? We said shot, man. I'm gonna keep us hold us to our word.
I said spin the wheel.
Nah,
It's a free
you know,
wheel spin.
Jen, your wife might hate me, but we said shot.
I'll take a damn shot.
All right, yeah, I'm executive decision.
But if the chat says anything different,
I mean, the wheel
more
is
than
fun.
happy
There
for
is
the
a theme
chat
song
to-
about it.
I know. What's the theme song?
I don't know what it's called, but it makes me do this little thing in my chair while it's happening. All right.
Yeah.
All right, the chat on the screen hasn't caught up for a second. It'll catch up. Yeah, we're a few comments back. Actually, like quite a few. Wow. Let's see. Let's get this chat to catch up on the screen. But yeah, dude, it's time for it, man.
Yeah, Adam said wheel spin at 10 likes.
I thought we said shot. All right, we'll do the wheel spin.
Yeah.
All right, that's what chat says.
At the beginning of the show.
Did you pour a shot already?
So I did pour
All right,
a
we're
shot.
doing
but
shots.
Hey,
That's the biggest
no,
thing.
we're not doing a shot.
That's the biggest
Let's
thing a
spin
wheel spin can land on.
Stop. No.
All right.
No. Let's do the spin
All
wheel,
right, all
and
right.
then
We'll
see.
This is good TV right here, bro.
And at the end, we'll probably end up taking the damn shot. Fuckers.
Just because we love our wives. You know what I mean?
I like that elephant trunk right here.
Trunk deep.
Yeah, you know it,
I
baby.
love Trunk deep. I miss that guy. All right. I like that. At least you're smart. At least you had a beer chaser. I just have like more whistle
Beer
pig. to
chaser.
chase
I
my
didn't
whistle
take a
pig.
shot yet. I thought we were spinning the wheel.
We are. Here it goes.
I can't see it yet.
It's coming. I'm gonna tell you what it is. One day you'll learn not to tell the folks you can't see it. Just act like you can. Oh, you're going to regret the shit out of this. It's a gulp plus one free spin on the check for the 10th like. Can we get some confirmation that we still have 10 likes?
We got 11 likes.
I think somebody said we lost a like.
No, we got 11. So if we lost one, it's still 10.
All right. Here we go. Cheers. Gulp.
Cheers.
Oh, big gulp, son. All right.
All right.
Plus one.
Another spin. Let's see what happens now. You're going to end up getting a shot and a gulp. Front of your mouth. Chat, what is that?
11 confirmed.
That is another gulp plus one, sir.
Are you fucking serious?
Dude, you got beer. See, I got to do whiskey for this shit, man.
Yeah, but
All right. Here we go.
Oh, big gulp, son. All right.
Here we go. Who did this? Is that just for the fucking likes?
This is what, that's what you said. All right. Woo. One more
Next
gulp.
week it's got to be like 15.
Yep.
Another gulp?
That's it. Then that's the end of the wheel.
All right.
We got 3 gulps out of us, baby. Let's go.
Oh, big
Cheers.
gulp, son.
Cheers.
All right.
Woo. That started hitting me now. I need some beer after all that. Good Lord. All right.
Now.
So, back to our regularly scheduled program. Chad, thank you for the likes. This is the most likes I think we ever got without a raid. These are organic likes, I think. And that's people really made fake accounts to make us drink. Joe Bones says 11 confirmed. I'm down with it. What's wrong with our chat box, man? It's not refreshing. Yeah, I'll keep chatting. It'll catch up to itself.
I'm kind of actually frozen over here.
Yeah. All right, we'll get it right. So here we go. Adam Pope, your national championship game looks like this. Oh wait, we already did this. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, I'm sorry. We already did this. My turn. My national championship game looks like this. Meow. I got the Michigan Wolverines on January 8th in Houston, Texas, against the Florida State Seminoles, baby. National championship game. A rivalry in which, or a series in which Florida State is 3-0, by the way. Never lost to the Michigan Wolverines, have Florida State.
I think you just changed it right there.
Oh, no, that's just what happened. I didn't say they wouldn't. I didn't guarantee anything. That's just a stat. Actually, a fun stat, Florida State has a winning record against the entire Big Ten. There's not a team in the Big Ten that has a winning record against Florida State. Not one. Penn State's the closest at 500. They are 1-1-1 against us. Including Notre Dame, if they ever join the Big Ten. They have a losing record against Florida State. That's a good-ass place to be. So, yeah, man, Michigan and Florida State, for all the reasons we've mentioned, Michigan with all the returning talent they have, Florida State with all the returning talent they have. My theme holds true. I'm a consistent guy. I don't waver. Returning talent at quarterback. Continuity at coaching. Lots of returning talent on defense. All of these things are the pieces that add up to making a playoff run and a bid in a national championship. Where am I wrong?
I like your pick. I think it's outside the box. However, I mean, there's just so much at play. Michigan is a garbage team when they actually go up against, let's say, the SEC. Like, it's night and day. Cold, the speed of the defense and offense, they're just not prepared. I think this is the best Michigan team in the last probably 25 years.
Oh, I'll drink to that. You want to drink to it?
Fucking decade. Yeah.
I didn't think
I
you
think
would.
this is a fucking good ass Michigan team.
Look, I look at Michigan like this. They look like Georgia. How Georgia had to go through all those growing pains of getting close and losing all those games.
Harbaugh's been there for quite a while. Now, don't give me some fucking growing pains.
Well, still. they had to get to this place and get a lot of experience losing these tight games to get over the hump.
I remember Michigan was like pre-ranked. What? 2012.
Time out.
Like
Hold on.
top 5.
Hold on. We doing the thing.
Yeah.
We've been live for an hour and 45 minutes. We got the audio issues, bro.
All right, let's wrap it up.
It ain't time to wrap it up. You got to reset and come back. We can pick national championships and all that. The reset, I'm gonna cover for you.
All right, I'm gonna just close out the whatever box.
All right, we'll be right. Adam, be right back. You're gonna reset. I don't know why this happens after we've been live for so long, but I'm right here with y'all in the chat. Adam, be right back. Man, chat, where are we right? Where are we wrong? Who do y'all have in the national championship game? I haven't seen anybody's national championship game pick yet. Haven't seen one pick yet. I've seen people putting their playoffs out there. Marshawn, where your playoffs at, man? Beast Mode, you know something. Let me know. Joe Bones, who's your playoff picks? Jay Mills is out there. Jay Mills, let me scroll back up. Where Jay Mills said, no, that was Frederick. Frederick wasn't afraid to put his playoffs out there. Yeah, we'll be starting. So I'm going to start in soon screen because when if anybody's wondering, because if Adam, it makes the camera look all crazy.
Isn't that good?
All right, you back, baby. That was quick. Man, he's quick, man. Somebody pray. Y'all really need to pray for his wife. That man's quick.
I'm very fast acting. Yes.
All right.
You don't get 2 babies from a gorgeous wife with a tiny dick and not be quick.
You got to get in and out.
Wow.
like
You're
Navy
pregnant.
SEALs, baby. Got a Navy SEAL penis. Let's do it. He might leave a helicopter behind, but he was there and he got Osama and he's out.
Yeah. I go scooping.
National champs. Who's winning the national championship game, Adam? It's still bad. Hold on. They say it's still bad. Is it still bad, y'all? We got to get this right because we got to make a video out of this static video.
Yeah.
Is it still that way, y'all? Somebody let me know. Jay Mills says Georgia FSU in the title game. Wow.
I like that. I like that better than our picks.
I like that a lot. I want to know what's up
Actually,
with this.
I like my picks better, but yeah.
Hold on a minute. I wonder why the chat ain't refreshed. I'm sorry, y'all, man. Like, hey, everybody's hanging out. Much love to all y'all.
You know, we don't have a producer. We don't have any of this. This is all coming from our blood, sweat, and tears kind of thing. So I think they can bypass our malfunctions in this endeavor.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
man. Plus, they making us drink, so.
Oh yeah. Don't spin the wheel if you don't.
Hey, we never said don't spin the wheel. We lying.
Jay Mills, you keep doing your thing.
All right. Is it still that way, y'all? And Jay Mills, he said he don't want either team to win, but he thinks FSU wins it and beats Georgia. Wow. Jay Mills, how come that's not showing up in this chat? That's making me mad. All right, you actually have to, they said it still sounds bad. You got to reset your whole computer, man.
All right. I'll reset the whole damn.
All right, we're going back to the starting screen. We right here, man. We got to do it this way because as a new channel, we got to make sure we get these. We can chop this live stream up into videos that make sense so we can put static videos out there. Much love to all 7 of y'all still hanging out there and watching the stream. Technical difficulties. Hey, it's everybody else that streams, they're all in the same room. We're 2 time zones away and trying to figure this stuff out. So I don't know why this happens, but it does happen after we go live for about an hour and a half. We just got to have some kind of clock on this jive. to make sure this doesn't happen. But when we go live for these, we go live during the season, and especially NFL season. We do watch parties and watch games together and stuff like that. And every time Adam just resets, it seems to fix the problem. I don't know why that is an issue, but it does happen sometimes, man. So it is what it is. But I also don't know why the chat ain't doing this thing right, man, which is irritating to me. But I see y'all out there, even if it ain't on the screen. As long as I sound good, though, the show can go on, right? I sound good. Chat, let me know. I know I sound good. But Jay Mills has Joe Bones. Who you got? He got Bulldogs 3-peat. Who you got beating? Who you got Georgia beating in the national championship, Joe Bones? I want to know, Joe Bones. Talk to me. Ooh, a velvet frog. That was my when I was a truck driver. That was my CB handle. Smokey and the Bandit style, baby. Joe Bones, velvet frog. Breaker 19, velvet frog. Come back. Got a bubblegum machine, Texas bubblegum machine on my back door. Taking a 10-100. It's better than a 10-200. That's right. UGA over Michigan. I like that. That is I think of all the chat, once again, Joe Bones making the most sense of all the chat. He said velvet fog. Man. Nothing but love. Of course, the college football stream would be the one that went this long, because we could talk about this crap all day long, man. We could talk about this all day long. College football. I mean, hey, whoever wants to meet up with me and get a drink and talk college football at the local public house, you're invited, because that's what I like to do the most. I mean, I'm very knowledgeable and I make a lot of money betting pro football, and I win most of my fantasy leagues. And most people that play against me in fantasy don't have even a modicum of success. But college is where it's at, man. At least for now. It's turning into the new pros, so that might change. But historically, college is where it's at. But more upsetting than Adam's audio issues is why the chat isn't updating. I don't understand it. It makes me mad. Because you guys are the focus of the stream, man. Why is it not doing right? But I see you guys in real time, in the real chat. What's the over/under? What are we? We should take bets. Is Adam actually going to make it back, or is he going to pass out on the floor while the computer resets? That's the real question. Are we going to have to go live tomorrow and I have a cliffhanger just to let y'all know who wins the national championship? I don't know, man. Stay tuned, baby. Yeah, Joe Paul says Adam's never coming back, bro. Plus 500, boy. He's taking it right now, man. Yes, sir. I love it. I would have thought he was back by now. So you never know how this is gonna end. We got more viewers than before we went to the starting soon screen. So maybe Adam is addition by subtraction. I don't know. We got an extra viewer than when Adam had to reset his computer, man. Oh shit. Shout out. Stay tuned on Dragon Ball Z. All right. I'm going to take this opportunity to take my own pee break. I will be right back. I'm going to crank the music up. Give me All right, your boy's back. Your boy's back, but still co-hostless. I don't know what's going on, man. Chat's froze. I have no co-host. I don't know what's going on, man. But I'm here with you guys. What y'all want to talk about, man? Last thing I got, Marshawn Lynch broke the chat when he said shake, 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 shake. And that's pretty prophetic words. I will give him that. Note to self, I need to make an emergency screen for when this happens again, that I can actually be on camera. Because this is what happens if I go on camera right now. It looks crazy. I'm like, I guess I can still do it. I'm just like over here. Camera's all weird. What's up, you guys? I have to get like way over there because it's not formatted for one person, right? But at least I know y'all want to see me. I'll get the people what they want. I'll get the people what they want. We still here. We 2 hours live. We never go 2 hours live, but we did tonight, and we still here. Yeah. So Florida State, Michigan. That's who I got. Washington, Texas. Do anybody in the chat have Michigan, Florida State, Texas, or Washington in the national championship? Probably not, I wouldn't think. That's why you tune into 100 Pro Football, because that makes you think of some different type stuff. That makes you think of some different type stuff that you might not have had in your head. Now you got to go back and be like, wait a minute. Michael Penix? Jordan Travis? Texas? Ewers? Man, I didn't think about these guys. I'm a Georgia fan. I just thought that they'd hand us national championship for no reason if we don't play anybody. Stuff like that. So that's why we are here, to take the bullets. Toast us or roast us. Jay Mills says he got money on FSU to win it all. Wow. Joe Bones, if I had a beer, I would. I only have whiskey, man. There's no beer in the house, I don't think. If there is, and my wife is in ear distance, bring me one, and I'll do it for Joe Bones. But I don't think that's the case, bro. Oh, wait a minute. Is it happening? Wait, I think we're getting him back.
I'm getting there. He's back. I'm there.
What the hell did you do? Go cut the grass?
I pretty much did.
You forgot to cut the grass earlier. You got in trouble. Had to go cut the grass real quick.
Yeah. that was a bunch of headache. I will say this: I will never openly buy an Apple computer if it wasn't for a fucking podcast.
I don't
ever again.
I wish I had somebody smarter than me that tells me why that happens. I don't think it's Apple. It's got to be internet.
Oh, when I cut out Apple, it threw me so many fucking loops. Like, it was ridiculous.
What you mean? Like messages, error messages and stuff?
Well, no, like, hey, we just changed our whole fucking format, and you have to jump through these hoops and that you've never seen before you log in. And it's like, what the fuck is this shit about?
Oh, motherfucker had to update his whole operating system or something, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I just did a refresh, like I just did right before the fucking podcast, and then we went along, so I did the same thing that I did right before the podcast, and it was totally different. Fuck Apple, man. They make things too complicated.
Dang. Is they saying you still got audio issues, bro?
I still got audio issues?
Is that true, chat? I'm waiting for verification. If so, I'm gonna end the whole stream and reset everything. We're gonna come back and make our picks.
Well, I mean, let's finish up the stream.
Well, if you can't hear it, we can't make the video talking about who we picked for the national championship.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm gonna see.
I don't even know how to get to the fucking to see your ass.
All right, I'm gonna end it.
I'm looking at a fucking blank screen.
All right, I'm gonna end it. We're gonna reset, do all the stuff over, and we're gonna come back and make our national championship picks, and then so we can at least make a static video.
I mean, can people see me?
They can see you. You just sound like ass.
All right. Well.
So they can't hear what you're saying.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna end it. We'll be right back, y'all. Stay tuned, 100 Proof. If you want to come back, be in the chat at the end. Much love. There's definitely a problem because also the chat's not updating on the screen. I don't know what that's about. So there's some problem happening. So all right.